Hi, I'm Chris Upham, and welcome to my series on the top 5 most costly mistakes that home buyers make. This is the number 2 most costly mistake, and that is selecting the wrong home inspector. I know that you've all heard stories about the money pit homes, things where after a person bought a house, problems after problem arose with a house that cost them thousands of dollars, and I'm here today to give you the information you need to be able to avoid that when you buy your next home. Now, one of the things everybody knows, hey, I should get a home inspection, but one of the things that people don't know is that not all home inspectors are created equal. The average home inspector produces a short, kind of an intricate carbon copy handwritten report about properties with checking the boxes about the various different various systems in a house. The home inspectors that I've had a chance to work with and develop a great relationship with produce amazing reports. They're usually 35 to 65 pages long, PDFs with pictures inserted all throughout the report, showing the details of exactly what's wrong with the house, and so that you're able to really kind of see what's going on and documenting the situations. Some home buyers believe that they should not use a home inspector that's been recommended by a real estate agent, and they think that, hey, listen, the home inspector is just going to rubber stamp the home so that the real estate agent can get this to settlement and get paid. And specifically without finding and identifying and letting the buyer know about the defects in the house. And I can definitely relate to this. I can understand, and I think that while this might be valid in cases of some inspectors recommended by agents, I know a lot of the agents that I know and work with, and especially us here at Coldwell Banker and UphamRealEstate.com, we've established long-term working relationships with certain home inspectors that have proven over and over again that they're reliable and that they do an extremely thorough job with the inspection. I know we love to maintain a long-term relationship with our clients. So, after someone moves in, we want to be able to know that our inspectors did the best job possible to identify any of the issues with the house. So, one of the things that I've noticed with the inspectors we use is that they always will produce a report that's 35, 45, 50 pages long with identifying all the issues of the house. But half the time, 50% of the time when we go out on a home inspection with a property, the home inspector identifies some serious problems that the home buyer really needs to take into consideration when they're deciding whether or not they're going to move forward on it. And I think that that's showing the true value of what you're getting out of the home inspector when they identify something that you really have to weigh to decide if you're going to move forward. So and the other thing would be this: while the home inspectors, while we don't receive anything in return for recommending certain home inspectors, the one thing that our clients receive is preferred scheduling. Since we do have a long-term working relationships with the home inspectors, they know, hey, listen, this is one of Chris Upham's clients, and we want to make sure that they get booked. They get first priority scheduling, so that what that enables us to do is, there's a short time window from when you make an offer on a property and the contract is ratified to when your home inspection contingency period expires. And so we need, a lot of what home buyers will do is they'll get their ratified contract, for a day or two. They'll sit around and think, hey, life is good, I've got a contract on the house, and they're like, oh wait, I need to do a home inspection, and they start looking up and trying to ask friends for referrals. The process that we use, that we've really refined down to make sure that this runs smoothly, is when we submit the offer on a property, I copy our home inspectors so that they know this is something that's coming down the pipeline, and they'll start coordinating with us so that when the anticipated ratification date on the contract, we've got the home inspection already scheduled. And even sometimes we may use this as a negotiating tool as well, where we'll have an inspection already scheduled, especially if it's a competitive situation, and we'll be able to tell the seller, hey, listen, we already have an inspection scheduled for a couple days from now. Let's get this negotiation hammered out, and let's get this thing locked in, because we've got an inspection all ready to go. So that's one of the things that our clients really get the benefit from our long-term relationships is just preferred short notice scheduling. There's one time, a story I can remember, where one of our clients, there's only been one time that I can recall, one of our clients went out and got their own home inspector, and it's a very interesting and funny story. Actually not funny, kind of sad. They had gotten a recommendation. I think that they probably thought, hey, we don't want to take the real estate agent's recommendation. We're going to go ask our friend, because that'll be kind of a third-party neutral. So they went and asked a friend for a recommendation on a home inspector. And it was all scheduled up, and it came around the home inspection day. Everybody shows up except the home inspector. I don't know what happened, but this home inspector then been referred by a friend never showed up. Fortunately, our preferred inspectors were able to come in and save the day and be able to do the inspection on short notice, and that I'm really glad that came through that way. But with each of our clients, once we have the home inspection report in hand, we put our years of prior experience in engineering and construction to use to be able to analyze the reports and help you through the process of determining which are the items that you want to negotiate with the seller for repairs, and then developing a clear repair specification. It's important to know exactly what you're asking for, and to be specific and intentional about what you're asking the seller to do. If you don't specify exactly how you want something done, one of the things that I've learned in this business over the years is you might be surprised with the way that they get it repaired that does not meet the buyer's desires. But if we haven't clearly specified that, they can meet their contractual obligations without having really done what was important to you as a buyer. So that's where we develop very detailed, we talk you through the process of figuring out what's important to you, how do you want this repaired, developing repair specifications for that, as well as developing some good detailed justifications. We tie each of the issues into, is this a safety issue? Is this some sort of an issue which compromises the integrity of the house? And when you're able to develop those types of justifications, it gives you a much better chance and gives you much more negotiating power and a strength of position when you're talking with a seller in order to be able to have the seller take care of these items for you. So these are the things that we end up doing for our buyers through the process to ensure that you get a very thorough, accurate, and detailed home inspection, that you get an excellent report that we can then use to develop the home inspection and set up the home inspection contingency negotiations so that your interests are represented and that you ultimately are protected throughout the process. So join us next time as we talk about the #1 top most costly mistake that buyers make.